So, have you ever heard a statement that people say that success comes as a result of positive decisions and better ideas that we make every day? This means that if you make 5 good decisions today, it means you'll be 5 steps ahead of your life. And if you make 5 poor decisions, it means you are going to be 5 steps backwards in your life. But unfortunately, great ideas, they don't just come anyhow, but they are places that helps to give birth to great ideas. That's why today I am talking about 3 places where you can give birth to great ideas that will change your life. Now, we have got people found themselves in the tug of war because today they come up with a great idea that they think it will make them to succeed, and it is pushing them forward. The following day again, something has come up in their mind, and that thing, it is pulling them to failure. So you find that yourself, you want to go forward, and again you are coming back because of the ideas that you are running in your mind. This is the reason why I come up with this video today, how to birth your great ideas. But before we go further, I want to welcome you to my channel, and if you are new, please don't forget to hit that subscribing button. Subscribe for the more videos that will be produced, and also share this video to so many people that you would like to listen to this kind of message that I'm making. Place number 1, I call it a quiet space. A quiet space. This place, we get it most of the time when we are going to sleep. Every person, when you are going to sleep, you must have a quiet space. This is a place when you enter into your bed, and it happens before maybe few or 5 minutes or 3 minutes before you fall asleep. And when you are still awake, you don't just fall asleep, but you must begin to think or to reflect over the day that you lived in, how the day went, how things went. Normally, ideas comes based on how things went in the day that you had. So it is very much important to have that small space. We call it a quiet space, where you reflect your day. As you are reflecting your day, and also you are looking forward for the day that is coming, and then between that space, that's when you must begin to develop the ideas how you are going to live the next day, how you are going to do things next day, especially if there's some wrongs or some errors that you did in this day. You must think, how are you going to improve yourself? How are you going to do them better tomorrow? That space, it is very much important. The most unfortunate part of it is that most of the people, they do not have this kind of time. Reason, when they go to sleep, they already go to sleep very tired. They just fall into the bed as a log and sleep without reflecting about the previous day and without thinking about the day that they are about to approach. So I encourage you, every time you're going to sleep, try to have that quiet space. Reflect about the day that you have just finished, and how are you going to start that new day. The time you develop this kind of thing in your life, you begin to see some of the improvements, because when you enter into the day, you know exactly what you want to do. You know exactly where you want to improve. Develop having that time called a quiet space. It is a place where great ideas can also be born. Number 2, great ideas are being born when we are taking a walk alone. We live in a world full of busy, full of confusing things that is happening. Especially if always you are with people, if you are busy, it is sometimes almost impossible to come up with great ideas. If you are confused, you don't know what to do next, just take a walk. Take a walk, not with a friend, a walk alone. Because when you are walking, your brain will begin to be refreshed and some development will come into your mind. You will begin to come up with great ideas. Learn to take a walk, and when you are walking, begin to think about what you want to do. Begin to think about the ideas, the next step that you want to make in life. Sometimes when I want to make sermons, I take a walk, and when I'm walking, I begin to preach preaching to myself in my mind. As I am walking, I am also preaching. As I'm walking, I'm also preaching. I am perfecting the sermon that I want to deliver. I am perfecting the idea that I want to do. Even some of the songs that I have wrote, that I've performed, those songs, they came when I was taking a walk. Sometimes I took long walks. When I'm walking, I imagine myself performing to people. I imagine myself preaching to people. I developed this idea a long time ago, even before I got any opportunity to preach to anybody. But when I'm taking a walk, I used to see myself preaching. I used to see myself singing. The more I walk, the more I develop my mind, the more I develop ideas. So, ideas sometimes do not always come when you are with your friends, when you are always busy. Learn to take a walk alone. Walk into the bush. Walk into the street. Walk into a quiet space. Walk into quiet places. As you are walking, develop something in your mind. Think about something that you want to develop. And when you are alone, you are going to develop it very well, because there is no confusion. Or you are creating your own world in your mind. Before people see what you are developing yourself, you will be able to perfect it in your mind as you are taking a walk. Develop that habit of taking walks as you come up with great concepts that are going not only to change you, but also to change the world that is surrounding you. Take a walk as you develop great idea for success. Number 3, place number 3 where you can give birth to your great ideas. It is when you develop the ability to have a quiet time. Now, a quiet time, it is a place where you just go and begin to think about your life. You can go to a far places. You can go maybe in the place where there is no noise. You can go maybe into the bush if you have got access to it. You can go to the river. You can go to a place where nobody is going to disturb you. Go there and sit. Go there and sit. As you sit, think about life. Think about what you are passing through. Think, when you are there, think about the concept that you want to develop. Sometimes I have listened to some of my colleagues who write books. It says when they want to write great books, they go into the bush, or they go somewhere, they camp for maybe 2 weeks or the whole weekend. They camp there in the solitary places. Once they go there, and then they could write, because once they're in the quiet place, great ideas are being born. They will be just flowing like water into their minds. So it means that every person, no matter how dumb you can be, no matter how useless you think you are, if you can develop a time where you can be alone in the quiet place, I'm sure you are going to find some positive things within you. You are going to find something that you can bring also on the table. The problem that most of us, we think that we have got nothing to do, or we have got nothing to bring on the table, is because we don't concentrate on ourselves. We only look at our friends. So look what that man has done. Look what that person has done. But we can't see what we are capable of doing. Create a time and a space where you are alone, so that you'll be able to think what you are also able to do. Concentrate on what God has given to you. All of us, I believe that God has given us a certain portion of talent that we can develop. But the reason why we are not developing is because we have not recognized what God has given to us. That's why always we look at what God has given to others, because those people, they are busy developing and perfecting the gifts that God gave them. And us, we are neglecting what God has given to us. Develop a place where you can go and see. Think about your life. Think about what God is doing in your life. Think about what you want to do in the next year. Think about what you want to do in the next season. Think about what you want to do in the next tomorrow. By developing that ability, that kind of time where you can go and be alone. Quiet time is very much important. Many people, they have it. Why can't you start also having that quiet time? And it is in the quiet time that's where God speaks. God throw ideas in your mind. So develop quiet time. Thank you very much for listening and watching to this video. I encourage you to share this video, and also if you did not subscribe. Otherwise, for the time being, I'm saying see you in the next video. May the good Lord bless you.